Welcome. All right, let's just come into a nice, comfortable seat like usual. And start to visualize a grounding cord from your sit bones down deep into the earth. So see if you can feel a little bit of heaviness drawing you down, but just as much lightness lifting you up through the heart space, finding a little more length in the spine. See if you can use this breath, this moment, to kind of let everything else fall away, just for a while. Not because it's bad, not because it doesn't deserve your attention, just to go inward for a bit. Give your nervous system a little break. Become aware of that inner body sensation, or of that space inside of you. See if you can go just a little bit deeper than where those thoughts are, to that place of stillness. Imagine that you are awareness. And see if you can let all the other parts of what we are just fall away for a bit. All the roles we play, the ideas we have about ourselves, our identity. Just come to that place where you are awareness. See if you can become the witness, just watching this body expand with each inhale and soften a little bit more with each exhale. Slowly turn the head to gaze over the right shoulder. And then just a little further back. Maybe you can look back behind you a little bit. Keep drawing the left shoulder back a little more and allowing both shoulders to soften down. And then let the head get heavy as the chin falls towards the shoulder a little bit. Opening the back of the neck. Then let your head fall heavy to the front. Just roll it back and forth just a little bit here in the front. Just letting it be heavy, just rolling a couple inches to each side. Opening the upper middle back. Then come back up to center. Inhale, lengthen. Gaze over the left shoulder and beyond. Don't let that right shoulder come along. Invite both shoulders to soften with this exhale. So even as you become aware of the tension, just stay in that place of awareness, just like, here's some information, look at this. And then use your breath, draw your chin towards your shoulder, let your head get heavy. And as the witness, notice this tension falling away. Let your head fall heavy to the front and stay right there or move it a little bit side to side if that felt good. So when we stay in that place of awareness, it's easier to let go of that tension because we're not attached to it being a part of us. We're just watching it and saying, oh, look at this body, let go of that tension. It's easier to let go of because we haven't identified with it. All right, slowly come back up. We'll straighten the legs out in front and just start to make a really soft forward fold. Maybe your legs aren't even straight yet. Your spine doesn't have to be super straight either. Let your head get heavy. And then point the toes. And then flex the feet a couple times. Now we'll bring the hands back behind us, just a little bit behind the sit bones, fingers pointed towards us. Press into the hands, lift up through the heart, maybe drop the head back into that space. Root through the fingers and knuckles a little more to take that pressure off the wrists. And imagine you could broaden your collarbone here as you press the heart up, but still softening anywhere you can on the exhale. And then let the head fall heavy in the front, but keep that engagement through the hands. And then we'll bring the feet flat on the ground and lift up to reverse tabletop. Again, really rooting through the fingers and knuckles. We're gonna lift the right foot up off the ground and start to circle the right ankle, trying to keep the hips lifted high. Switch directions. And plant that right foot down, lift the left foot up and circle it out. And switch directions. And plant the left foot down. Now we're just going to come back to that cross-legged seat. Maybe bringing one foot up into our lap if we're working on that. Or maybe even both. All right, find that grounding cord again. Inhale a little more length. Lift the shoulders up high, draw them back, broaden the collarbone, and let them slowly sink down the back. Now inhale the arms up, bend the left elbow. Use your right hand to help that left elbow back a little more as the fingers walk down the shoulder. Keep using your exhale to soften. See if you can notice that difference between being that tension and being aware of it. So instead of being like, oh, I'm so tense, I am awareness and I notice this tension and now I see it softening. Just by staying out of the way and unattached and staying with the breath. See if you can notice that it falls away a little easier. Maybe the fingers walk down that shoulder just a little more. And then we'll switch. Left hand guides the right elbow back. Fingers walk down. Exhale softens the shoulders. And release. Now we're just going to come onto the hands and the knees. Get our nice tabletop set up. Back to that inner body sensation. Inhale, peel the right hand up. Twist the right shoulder back. If you want more twist, bring the back of the right hand to the small of the back. Maybe you can grab that left hip and peel the right shoulder back a little bit more. And now release the right hand all the way back up. And then lower it back down. Inhale, left hand peels up, twist open. Maybe reach it around. Draw that left shoulder back and then soften. Slowly unwind that arm all the way back up and then down. And now we're gonna come right up to plank pose, pressing into the hands, roll to the left side, and then we'll just lower the left knee down here, kicking the foot back behind like a kickstand, peel the right hand up, stack the shoulders, roll the heart up towards the ceiling, and then reach the right arm up alongside the ear. And see if you can lengthen out that long line that is your right side, scooping the hips forward, finding some tension, letting it go, or watching it dissipate. Inhale, come up, bring your right hand to your right thigh, reach your left hand up and over. Lower the left hand back down, lift the right foot back up, plant the right hand back down, curl the left toes, and lift up to plank, but keep that right foot lifted. Point the toe, and then flex, and point, and flex. Now lift the booty up like three-legged dog. Maybe you need to walk your hands back a little bit. Now sink into the left heel, lower the right foot. Bend the knees, sink into the heels. Soften the traps away from the ears. Shake the head a little bit. Feel free to move around a little bit if you need to. One more breath here. Slowly come back down to the knees. And then we'll just lift right back up to plank. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Lower the right knee, slide the foot back behind. Peel the left hand up, stack the shoulders, roll the heart up towards the ceiling. And then left arm up alongside the ear. Ground into that foot. Reach through the fingers. Next inhale, lift it up, left hand, left thigh. Lower the right hand back down. Lift the left foot, plant the left hand. Come back to that plank with the left foot lifted. Press into the hands and point and flex. And point and flex. Then lift up like three-legged dog. Maybe the hands walk back just a little bit. Sink into the right heel. Soften through the traps. Lower the left foot, bend the knees, sink into the heels. 2 full breaths here. Now slowly walk the hands back to meet the feet. And then we're going to step on the hands, palms facing up. And then we're going to walk the feet forward, stepping on the hands. Walk all the way to the front of the mat. Take your time. Then we'll inhale to lift up halfway and lengthen the spine. And then we'll fold, pulling the head down towards the feet. Soften anywhere you can. Release the hands, slowly roll up, arms and head heavy. Start to really root down into the feet. Lift the heart, broaden the collarbone, let the shoulders soften down. Feet are together or hip width distance. Inhale the arms up. Squeeze the palms and reach up, and then turn and twist your body to the right, but keep drawing that left hip back so the hips stay square to the front. Peel that right shoulder back just a little bit more. Maybe your gaze follows. Inhale, come back to center, reach up, fill up. One more sip. Exhale, turn and twist left, drawing the right hip back right off the bat. Gaze over the left hand, draw the left shoulder back a little more. Inhale back to center, squeeze the palms and reach up. This time as we turn and twist to the right, we bend the knees, sit into the chair, weight in the heels. Roll that right arm back more to roll the right shoulder back just a little more. Inhale back through center, stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, turn and twist left, bend the knees, sit in the chair, open it up. Inhale back to center, press down into the feet, find a little backward bend. Exhale your hands to your heart. Press the feet down, hinge at the hips and lengthen all the way down. Release the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, draw the left toes back like half splits. Stay here for 2 full breaths. After your next exhale, lower the left foot down. On the inhale, rise up and fill up. Take your time, savor your breath. Wait to exhale. Lower the hands down, and then exhale as you go back. Draw those toes back. Wait to inhale till the foot lowers down, and then on the inhale, you rise up like that inhale is lifting you up. 2 more times. All right, next time you come up, we'll stay up. And we'll float the left fingertips down towards the ground. Lengthen through the right side a little more. Notice where there's tension. See if you can feel it softening. Reach both arms back up. Curl the right toes under. Lift the right knee up like crescent lunge. Press the left knee forward. Lift the heart. Draw the elbows towards each other behind you. And then drop the hands down by your side. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Sit into the chair. Reach the arms forward and then up. Finding a little backward bend. Stand up. Find even more of a backward bend here. Exhale, hands to heart. Hinge at the hips. Fold it forward. Draw the belly in and up. Fold a little more. Release the arms. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back. Lower the left knee down. Exhale, draw those toes back like half splits. One more deep, slow breath. After the exhale, lower the right foot. Inhale, lifts you up. Wait to exhale. Transition. Exhale, draws the toes back. Feel the breath moving through you. Two more times. Next time you're up, stay up. Float the right fingertips down towards the ground, lengthen through the left side. Soften through the shoulders. Reach both arms up, curl the toes under, lift that left knee, crescent lunge. Press the right knee forward, lift the heart, soften through the shoulders. Draw the elbows towards each other behind you, let the hands fall down. Then step the left foot forward, sit into the chair. Reach the arms forward and then up. Press into the feet, stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Now bring the hands to the hips. Lift your right knee as high as you can. And then straighten the right leg out in front. And then point and flex. Point and flex. Pull the belly in. One more time we point and flex. Bend that knee back in, bring it up high. And then open it out to the right, opening the hip. And then straighten the leg out. And point and flex. Point, flex, soften through your shoulders. One more point and flex. Now tuck that knee right next to the other knee. Heel towards the glute here. And start to hinge your body forward so your body's parallel to the ground. Straighten the leg out so everything's parallel to the ground. And then slowly step back to crescent lunge. Press the left knee forward, lift the heart and reach up. See where you can soften on the exhale. Lift the heart, draw the elbows together, open up, hands fall down, right foot steps forward to meet the left, sit into the chair, stand up, find a little backward bend. Stay upright, exhale, turn and twist the arms to the right, draw that right shoulder back more, draw the left hip back more. Inhale through center, press the feet down, reach up, exhale to the left. Inhale through center. This time, exhale, open to the right, bend the knees, sit in the chair. Inhale back to center, find a backward bend. Exhale, sit in the chair, open to the left. Press into the feet, back to center, a little backward bend. And then sit in the chair again. And then turn and twist to the right. Now we're gonna find a twist here, just entering a little different than usual. We're gonna just first roll that right shoulder back a little more. We're going to bring our left elbow to our right knee for leverage and roll that right shoulder back. Reach the right arm straight up and then place the right hand right on top of the left and press down into it to peel that right shoulder back a little more. Belly in, booty a little lower. Find your breath and imagine the inhale, lengthening the spine and the back of the neck. And the exhale, softening any tension you find. Slowly step the left foot back into crescent lunge with a twist. Press the right knee forward more. Open the arms up. Roll the right shoulder back. Lift the upper body upright, gazing back at the right hand. Then find reverse crescent. Drop the right hand to the left thigh. Sink into the right knee. Reach up. Cartwheel the hands down. Shoot the right foot up and back. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Open the hips. Let the head stay heavy. Sink into the left heel and really twist it open. Come back to three-legged dog, square the hips, lower the right foot down, bend the knees, sink into the heels. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Step on the hands. Walk the feet forward to the front of the mat, stepping on the hands. Inhale to lift up halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull your head down towards the feet. Soften the shoulders out of the ears. Maybe you start to rock a little weight into the toes and lift those sit bones up and back. Maybe your legs start to straighten. Release your hands, press into your feet, slowly roll up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn and twist to the left, gaze back at the left hand. Inhale, back through center, backward bend. Exhale, turn and twist right. Inhale, back through center, this time turn and twist left, sit in the chair. Inhale through center, backward bend. Exhale, sit in the chair, turn and twist right. Inhale, back through center, sit in the chair. Now turn and twist left. Roll that left shoulder back a little more, bring the right elbow to the left knee for leverage. Twist that left shoulder back, left arm reaches straight up, and then left hand plants on top of right, presses down into it to roll the left shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen to the spine. Exhale, softness anywhere you can. Open the arms up, roll that left shoulder back one more time, then slowly step the right foot back. Press the left knee forward for balance, then lift the upper body up, gaze back at the left hand, then drop that left hand to the right thigh and sink into the left knee, reach the right hand up. Cartwheel hands down, left foot up and back, three-legged dog, bend the knee, open the hips, try to stack them, head stays heavy, heel stays heavy. Square the hips, come back downward facing dog, bend the knees, sink into the heels. Now lower down to the knees for a little child's pose. You can keep them together or spread them apart. Get your arms back by your sides with your palms facing up. And come back to that inner body sensation where you are awareness. Okay, now reach your hands forward. We're going to slide out onto the belly. And then we're going to reach the hands back by the sides, palms facing up. Press into the feet to lift the heart. And then roll the shoulders back to lift the heart a little more. Breathe into the low back. Slowly lower down, bring the hands under the shoulders, hug the elbows in, curl the toes. Lift the knees and quads. Keep your weight forward in the hands. It'll make it easier to press up to plank. And then roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Peel the right hand up. Lift the hips a little higher. Lift your right foot up. Lower your right hand. Come back three-legged dog. Maybe the hands walk back. Sink into the left heel a little bit. Let your head be heavy. Inhale up on the tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and step it through like crescent lunge. Press the right knee forward, reach up out of the waist. Keep your heart lifted, draw the elbows towards each other behind you. Let your hands fall by your sides, step it forward into the chair, sit into the heels. Reach the arms forward and up, pull the belly in. Press into the feet, stand up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Press into the feet, inhale, rise up. Take your time, your whole exhale to come all the way down. Belly in enough to make space, fold a little deeper. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, or just step back to plank and lower through. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Really rooted to the fingers and knuckles to protect the wrists. Meeting back in down dog, maybe you bend those knees and sink into the heels as you melt the heart towards the knees a little bit. Inhale, ripple forward into plank. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Peel the left hand up. Lift the left foot up. Keep the left foot lifted. Plant the left hand. Come back, three-legged dog. Maybe hands walk back. Sink into the heel. Let the head be heavy. Come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through, crescent lunge. Heart stays lifted while the elbows draw back towards each other, and then hands fall down. Step it forward into the chair. Reach the arms forward and up. Sit back a little lower in the chair, booty back. Press into the feet, stand up, little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart. And hands down by your sides. Lift that right knee as high as you can. Grab the big toe with your elbow on the inside of the knee. Peace sign fingers wrap around the toe. Kick through the heel. Belly in, heart high, lengthen through the back of the neck. If you feel balanced, bring that right leg out to the right. Kick through the heel a little harder. If you feel balanced, gaze out over the left shoulder. See if there's any tension you found. See if you can use this exhale to soften. Come back to center. Keep kicking, lower your head down towards the knee for a second. We'll slowly come back up. Keep your foot lifted, but release your grip. Hands to hips, point and flex. And point and flex. One more time, point and flex. Now bend that knee, tucking the heel towards the glute. Start to hinge forward, slowly step back, crescent lunge. Reach up out of the waist. Try to keep that right hip facing forward as much as you can as the right heel spins out and down like warrior one. Press the left knee forward more. Now go ahead and peel that right hip back as your right hand comes down like warrior two, maybe a little wider step. Press the left knee forward, gaze out over the left fingertips. Inhale, reverse it, right hand, right thigh, left hand reaches up. Come back to that warrior two. And now shift the hips back, straightening into the leg. Try not to let the right hip lift up. Imagine the hips are one unit here. Sink back into that left knee. And now draw the hips back without tipping them, straightening that left leg. One more time, sink into the left knee a little more. And then straighten that leg. Reach the hips back just a little more as you reach your left hand forward and come into triangle. Maybe right heel needs to heel toe in one time. Gaze up at the right hand. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Use the pose to highlight the tension. Use the breath to let it go. But come to that place of awareness where you're just witnessing this happening, unattached to the process. Just allowing more space for this yoga, this breath, this movement, this moment to come through your body. Okay, now bend the left knee, plant the left fingertips over on the left toes, kick the right leg up till it's parallel to the ground. Try to get the torso parallel to the ground too. So come up onto the fingertips, roll that right hip and shoulder back one time to open up. And then plant the right hand, let the head get heavy as the right foot shoots a little higher like standing splits. And then hop the left foot back into three-legged dog. Come up high on the tippy toes and then sink into the left heel. Lower the right foot, bend the knees, sink into the heels, soften through the traps. One more breath. Slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet. Step on your hands and walk it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway, and exhale, fold. Use your breath. Release your hands, slowly roll it up, press into the feet. Inhale, arms up, find a little backward bend. Exhale, hands to heart, hinge at the hips, fold it forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Lift the hips a little higher, reach the left hand up, lift the left foot up. Keep the left foot lifted, lower the left hand. Come up, three-legged dog, walking the hands back a little, sink into the heel a little. Come up on the toes, exhale, knee to nose, step through crescent lunge. Left knee presses forward, reach up out of the waist. Try to keep the right hip facing forward as the right heel spins out and down. Oh, is this the same direction we went last time? It is. We need to switch. Step it forward, step your left foot back, crescent lunge, unless you did it right. So right knee is forward now. Try to keep that left hip facing forward as you spin the left heel out and down. Warrior one. Press the right knee forward more. Reach up out of the waist. Soften on the exhale. Now go ahead and let that left hip open as the left arm opens. Maybe a little wider step. Right knee presses forward. Shoulders soften down. Next inhale, reverse it. Keep pressing the right knee forward. Come back up to that warrior two. Maybe your hands come to your hips as you shift the hips back, keeping them as one, straightening the right leg. Then sink into the right knee a little more. Hips come up and back, straightening that leg. Sink into that knee. One more time, hips come up and back, slide them back just a little more as your right hand reaches forward. Find that triangle, maybe left foot needs to heel toe in one time. Press the feet down, scoot the hips forward a little, but draw the left hip back at the same time. Bend the right knee, plant the right fingertips, lift the left foot up. Stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, finding a little more length. And then plant the left hand down, shoot the foot up a little higher as the head gets heavy, standing splits. And then hop the right foot back into three-legged dog. Come up high on the toes and then sink into the heel. Lower the left foot, bend the knees, sink into the heels as the heart melts towards the knees and the traps soften away from the ears. Slowly lower the elbows down, dolphin pose, head stays heavy, trap stays soft. Maybe the feet walk in a little closer. Come up on your toes, sink back into the heels. Now slowly walk or slide the feet back till the booty's the same height as the shoulders, like forearm plank. Neck is parallel to the ground. Start to rock forward and back. Come back to stillness, draw the right knee to the right elbow, and then shoot it back, forearm plank. Left knee, left elbow. Shoot it back. One more time on each side. Come back to center, lower the body down. Untuck the toes. Make sure your shoulders are right over the elbows. Relax the hips so they're not pressing into the ground. Engage your hands to drag the belly button forward a little more, heart forward, soften the shoulders back. Chin is parallel to the ground. Slowly gaze over the right shoulder and beyond, maybe all the way back to the feet, maybe even beyond. Keep that engagement with your hands, pulling the belly button and heart forward. Keep softening on the exhale. Feel this space you're creating. Breathe into it and fill it all the way up. And then soften everything around it. Draw the chin towards that shoulder just a little bit. Let your head get heavy here. And then slowly drop your head back to center. Let it get heavy here. Relax your lower body. Maybe dipping each shoulder, kind of sliding back and forth just a little bit. And then come back to center. Engage the hands. Drag the belly button and the heart forward. Chin is parallel. Shoulders softening. Slowly gaze over the left shoulder and beyond. Maybe back to the feet and even a little further. Breathe into that space. Feel something happening as you soften all around that tension. Chin draws towards the shoulder, letting the head get heavy here. And then the head slowly falls heavy back to center. And we kind of rock forward and back again, side to side a little bit. All right, just let your head be heavy here in the center. And then slowly lift your head up. Reaching the chin forward and then lifting the chin up a little bit. Now jut the lower teeth out in front of the upper teeth, opening the throat. One more time, head gets heavy. Now curl the toes and lift it back up to forearm plank. Walk the feet in, lift the booty up like dolphin pose, and then lift it up to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, sink into the heels. Inhale, lift the right foot up high, come up on the toes. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, crescent lunge. Reach up out of the waist. Turn and twist your arms to the right. Drop the right hand to the left thigh, reverse crescent. Slowly plant the left hand down inside the foot. Roll the right shoulder back to stack it right on top of the left. Lower the left knee down, lift the upper body upright. Find that left thigh with the right hand. Sink into the right knee a little more, reach the left hand up. Lower the hands to frame the foot, draw the toes back like half splits, or start to walk that heel forward towards full splits. Maybe the left toes wiggle back a little bit too. So you can keep your upper body upright and just start to bend at the elbows, or you can start to fold your upper body down. Just keep that right hip drawing back into the socket. Keep breathing into that tension in the back of the leg. Come back to that place of awareness, that inner body sensation. Slowly drag the right heel back in till it's right under the knee. And then walk the right knee out, right foot out to the side a little bit. And now we're going to turn the toes out to the top front corner and roll to the outside edge of that right foot. Let the knee fall open. Maybe the right hand helps. Staying right here, creating some space, or right hand reaches back for that left foot. Slowly, as slow as you can, those toes, they float down, curl them under, bring the right hand back down, come back to plank, and lift up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, sink into the heels. Inhale, lift the left foot up high, exhale, knee to nose, step it through, crescent lunge. Arms reach up out of the waist. Turn and twist to the left, roll the left shoulder back, find that reverse crescent. Cartwheel right hand down. Roll the left hand up, gaze follows, open the heart. Lower the right knee, lift the upper body, find that little twist, and then that reverse crescent, left hand, right thigh, sink into the left knee, reach up. Hands come down to frame the foot, toes come back like half splits, or left heel slides forward like full splits. Maybe right knee or toes wiggle back a little more. Slowly drag that left heel back till it's under the heel, and then walk that left foot out a little bit. Turn the toes out, roll to the outside edge of the foot, and help that left knee open. Staying here or reaching back for that right foot. Slow as we can, those toes float down, curl them under. And step it back to plank. Optional vinyasa, meet back in downward facing dog, bend the knees, sink into the heels one last time. Now inhale, lift the right foot up. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Drop it down to the right wrist and kick that foot out like half pigeon. Wiggle the left toes back. Walk the hands back. Lift the heart. Keep the spine long as you walk it forward and get right into this pigeon pose. Forehead resting. Coming back to that commitment of letting everything else kind of fall away for a little while longer. Checking in to the inner body. And just being the witness to the outer body, to any tension you feel. Just noticing it, letting it pass, not attaching to it. Just feeling that neutrality. Walk your hands back in, slowly lift back up. Roll to the outside of the right hip. We're gonna bring the left foot up and around. We're gonna come into fire log. So we're gonna stack the ankles, trying to get the shins parallel to the front edge of the mat. So you might need to use your hands to lift your booty and readjust things. You might have a lot of space here, that's okay, but try to keep those shins parallel to that top edge. Maybe you help that left knee down just a little bit. Maybe you start to hinge forward a little bit. Slowly come back up. We'll slowly make our way back to down dog. If you want to hop it back, chaturanga, just cross the ankles, plant the hands, and rock and roll it back. Inhale, lift the left foot high, come up on the toes. Exhale, left knee, left armpit. Drop it down to the wrist, kick the foot out. Slide the right toes back. Walk the hands back, puff up like a pigeon, and walk it forward. Fingers, keeping the spine long. Letting the forehead come down, getting right into it here. See if you can melt a little bit. Or see if you can watch the body melt. Slowly walk it back up, roll to the outside of the left hip, swing the right foot up and around, stack the right ankle on the left knee, set up that fire log, maybe lifting the butt to readjust the hips, maybe helping the right knee down just a little bit. Slowly come back up, bring the feet flat on the ground, reach your hands forward. We'll slowly rock it all the way back into a plow pose. Bring your hands to your low back, straighten your legs up into that shoulder stand. And then drop it back into a plow for 2 really deep, slow breaths. Let something go. Use your hands to slowly roll out of it. Tuck your hands underneath your booty, palms face down. Straighten the legs towards the ceiling. Draw the toes towards the face as you straighten the legs to press the heels up to the ceiling. Squeeze the legs together more. It will take 20 seconds to lower the legs. Tuck the chin a little, relax the shoulders. Kick through the heels. Pull the belly in, squeeze the legs together. We're almost halfway. Once you lower all the way down, maybe you want to pop up into a fish, pressing into the elbows to lift the heart. And release, hug your knees into your chest. Grab your right knee with your right hand and your left knee with your left hand and circle your knees outwards. And switch directions. And then cross your right knee over your left. And grab the outside edge of your feet. It's like you're trying to tighten that those shoelaces up to tighten that knot. Tuck the chin a little, soften the shoulders. And keeping your legs crossed, release your arms out to cactus and shift your hips to the right a little bit. As you lower the knees to the left, maybe the toes wrap all the way around that calf. Gaze out over the right hand. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes, find that inward gaze down into the heart space. Finding that inner body sensation. Letting everything else fall away for a few more breaths. Notice that instead of using this space as an escape out of our busy mind, out of our busy life, when you can be here and find that place of awareness that something happens, you're like shedding layers of tension, layers of limiting thoughts. Feel those releasing here as you're finding a new way to be in the world. Practicing putting ourselves in uncomfortable positions to see if we can stay in that place of awareness instead of attaching to the situation or the tension involved, trying to feel these layers just kind of moving past us. Come back to center, hug the knees in, hug the forehead in, squeeze everything in tight. Lower the head back down, cross the left knee over, grab the outside edge of the feet and tighten those shoestrings. Chin slightly tucked, shoulders relaxed. Make it all about this breath. Release the hands out into cactus, shift the hips to the left and lower the knees to the right. Maybe toes wrap around the calf. All right, give yourself a couple really deep, slow breaths. Watch the tension in your shoulders and your face melt. Slowly come back to center, hug your knees into your chest one last time. And then let your legs go long on the mat. So before you close your eyes, just gaze gently down the body. And now imagine as you slowly close your eyes that you can still see, just not into this dimension, into this exterior world. You're now gazing into your inner world, where you can become more aware of this inner body sensation. See if you can give yourself a couple more moments, staying in that place a little deeper than thoughts, and just witness this melting happening here as you just allow. Invite a deep breath in your nose all the way down into your toes. Let it fill you all the way up. Let it awaken something inside of you. And as you start to bring just a little bit of movement into the fingers and toes, see if you can feel this curiosity, this childlike wonder. See if you can bring this beginner's mind to this sensation of movement. See if today, instead of feeling like having this body is a heavy burden, if you can feel this light, playful, even gratitude for getting to play in this realm, getting to use this body. And as you slowly roll onto your right side, see if you can commit to staying in this place of awareness for a little bit more today. When you're ready, slowly drag yourself back up to a seat, keeping your head heavy and your eyes closed. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale your hands to your heart. Let your head bow to the wisdom of the heart. Lift the thumbs to the space above the eyebrows and take a moment to thank yourself for showing up. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. We are in that place. We are one. Namaste.